When you're investing in a PC for your tech or cybersecurity journey, it's important that you make the right choice in terms of hardware specification so that you save yourself from performance issues you may encounter in the future with your PC. Having a PC labeled as Intel Core i7, Core i9, or even AMD Ryzen 9 doesn't automatically guarantee that it can smoothly run all your virtual machines and software you may require. For many tech and cybersecurity professionals, one way you can gain hands-on experience is by building a virtual environment with several operating systems installed as virtual machines, together with some of the widely used software in the industry. This is how my virtual environment looks. I have installed several virtual machines on my PC using Oracle's VirtualBox, which is a hypervisor, or you can call it a virtual machine manager. I've used this virtual environment to create projects that demonstrate my hands-on skills in tech and cybersecurity. You'd observe that I have pfSense as a virtual machine, and it helps me to learn about firewall administration and network management. You'd also observe that I have a Linux Ubuntu virtual machine, which helps me to gain hands-on experience on Linux fundamentals. You'd also observe that I have a Kali Linux virtual machine installed. This helps me to learn about ethical hacking fundamentals. I also have two virtual machines running different versions of Windows Server. One of these servers runs with a graphical user interface, whereas the other one runs solely on a command line interface. This helps me to learn about the fundamentals of server administration. Finally, I have installed a vulnerable virtual machine, which is called Metasploitable, and this paired with Kali Linux helps me to learn about ethical hacking and penetration testing. In a typical virtual environment, you'd have multiple virtual machines running at the same time. This will put a demand on the PC's hardware resources. So in this video, we'll discuss some of the key hardware specifications that you should look out for when investing in a PC for your tech or cybersecurity journey. Ideally, as a beginner, you'd want to invest into a Windows PC. This is because it's able to run most of the widely used open source software. Additionally, Windows is able to run with most of the hypervisors, or what we call the virtual machine managers. You'd also want to prioritize the professional edition of the Windows operating system. This would mean that you'd want to prioritize the Windows 11 Pro as compared to the Home Edition. There are two utilities in Windows you'd want to use to verify the hardware specification. The first one we would explore is the Task Manager. The Task Manager provides us with information about the CPU, including the number of cores, the logical processors, and whether the PC supports virtualization. It also provides us with information about the memory. Information about the memory or RAM is very important because it ensures smooth multitasking, and this would include the running of multiple virtual machines concurrently. The Task Manager also provides us with information about the disk, including whether it's a traditional hard disk drive or the newer solid-state drive, as well as the storage capacity. The Task Manager also provides us with information about the graphics processing unit's capacity. Some PCs have a dedicated GPU, whereas other PCs have an integrated GPU and memory. On this particular PC, you can see that it has a shared GPU memory. A PC with a dedicated GPU memory is usually significantly more expensive than a PC with a shared GPU memory. As a beginner in tech and cybersecurity, you don't need to have a PC with a dedicated GPU memory. However, if you intend on delving deeper into video processing and rendering, you may need to invest in a PC that has a dedicated GPU. To access the Task Manager, you can use a key combination or search for Task Manager from your search bar. To use the key combination, you'd press and hold the Ctrl, Shift, and Escape keys concurrently. And this would usually launch the Task Manager. From the left pane, you'd want to click on Performance to be able to access the various specifications for the different hardware. Let's delve deeper into a few components, starting with the CPU. The CPU is the central processing unit. It does all the thinking and calculations of the PC. You can think of it as the brain of the computer. Within the CPU, we have what we call the core. You can think of the core as a mini brain of the CPU. So the more cores you have, the more tasks you can execute at the same time on your PC. This is different from the naming convention by Intel, such as the Core i5, Core i7, or Core i9. The naming convention typically does not provide insights on how many cores or logical processors the PC has. Each core within the CPU also has what we call logical processors. These are essentially virtual processors that handle tasks for each core. Typically, each physical core may have 2 logical processors. When it comes to choosing a PC for your tech or cybersecurity journey, you'd want to target a PC with 6 or more physical cores and 6 or more logical processors. Usually, each virtual machine would run on one physical core concurrently. You'd also want to ensure that your CPU supports virtualization and it's enabled. The next hardware we'll look at is the RAM or the memory. Each virtual machine, when launched, would use an average of 2 GB of RAM. So if you intend on running multiple virtual machines at the same time, you can expect to use about 8 to 10 GB of RAM. Aside the virtual machines, your PC would also need some memory to run its internal processes. Ideally, you'd want to purchase a PC with a minimum of 16 GB of RAM, with additional vacant memory slots in case you'd want to upgrade in the future. On my PC, you can see that I currently have 40 GB of RAM, with 2 memory slots all being used, and you'd notice that currently I have only 24 GB available, even though I'm not running any virtual machines. You can infer that if I start running multiple virtual machines, the available memory will quickly reduce. Most modern laptops have a limit of about 64 GB of RAM per slot. However, for desktops, you can have a limit of about 128 GB per memory slot. You'd want to take note that a lot of new laptops that have the 360 functionality, where you can convert the laptop into a tablet, these laptops would usually have their RAM soldered to the motherboard, meaning that you cannot upgrade. What this would mean is if you prefer purchasing one of these laptops, you'd want to purchase one with a higher RAM, such as a 32 GB or 64 GB RAM, because once you make that purchase, you cannot upgrade the RAM. The storage disk is another hardware you'd want to pay attention to. You'd want to avoid a hard disk drive, or what we call the HDD. Using an HDD for virtualization will ruin your experience. Your virtual machines will constantly lag, and they may take a long time to boot up. Most modern laptops use SSDs, but you'd want to double check. In terms of the storage capacity, you might make do with a capacity of 256 GB. However, you might constantly have to delete files and virtual machines as they may quickly fill up. The minimum recommended storage capacity should be 512 GB. However, if you can purchase a PC with a storage capacity of 1 TB, that may ultimately be the better option. Beyond the task manager, you may also find comprehensive information about a PC using the msinfo32 command. To access the comprehensive system information, you first have to open the run command. And to do this, you can either use the keyboard combination of the Windows key and the R key, or you can go to your start menu and search for run and then choose open. This would open a dialog box, and in here we'll type msinfo32 and we'll choose OK. Within this window, we can find comprehensive system information, including the OS name, the processor type, speed, number of cores, and logical processes. You can also find information relating to your PC's virtualization capabilities. You can also delve deeper into the various sections, including the hardware resources, components, and the software environment. Using a combination of these utilities, you can gather enough information that would help you make an informed decision before investing into a PC. To recap, let's look at the recommended PC specifications if you're looking to invest in a PC for tech and cybersecurity. For your RAM, you'd want to target a minimum of 16 GB. To have the best experience, it is recommended that you target 32 GB of RAM, and this would guarantee that multiple VMs will run smoothly. For your CPU, you'd want to check that your PC has at least 6 cores. For the best experience, you'd want to target a PC with 8 or more cores. This would ensure that you can achieve fast virtualization and optimal performance of virtual machines in a lab environment. For the processor type, you'd want to target the latest generations of the Intel or AMD processors. You can look at the Intel Core i5 or the AMD Ryzen 5. And for a seamless experience, you can target the Intel Core i7 or i9 or the AMD Ryzen 7 or 9. Finally, for storage, you'd want to target a solid-state drive with a capacity of at least 512 GB. And for the best experience, you'd want to target 1 TB.